So this is the project car I've been hiding on this channel for the last 2 years. This car has a pretty long story with me. It's been not an easy one. You might have seen it in the background of videos or undercover, but now I've got to a point where I'd like to show you what's going on with this and tell you the story and actually do some build videos with this car as well. So this is a 1967 1600 Duetto Spider, really rare in right-hand drive especially. Towards the end of 2017, this guy called me up and he's like, I've got this Alfa Romeo Spider and I want to have it restored. Would you do it? And at first I said no, because I don't really like working on other people's stuff. And secondly, like most Alfa Spiders here in South Africa are like the S2 and S3 2000 models, and they're not really that valuable. So to do one properly, you'd end up spending 3 times what they're worth to do it, and most people aren't up for that. So I was like, no. And then I saw the photos of the car and realized what it was, and I was like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. This car should be restored, and restored properly. In the photographs, it really didn't look that bad. It looked okay, as all cars seem to do in photos. I mean, like, look at my Giulia TI. It looks great in photos. In real life, it's much rougher. Anyway, I started pulling it apart, and I realized it's just one of those cars that's had, like, you know, like 3 resprays in its life, each time accumulating, like, really bad repairs and loads of body filler. And somebody coated the whole underside in rubberizer, which is a bad idea because it traps rust. It traps moisture between the rubber and the body, because these cars tend to rust from the inside out, not from the underside up. And so it just caused loads of rust in lots of places. But then also, like, trying to get rubberizer off of the, like, gearbox and the diff and, like, off the underside of the engine and stuff like that, it just caused so much work. And all the mechanical systems are really, really bad. So we started getting towards the end of the budget on this car, and it was nowhere near done. So it stalled for a few months towards the end of the last year, and eventually I ended up buying the car out, which was good because now it can actually be finished instead of becoming a stalled restoration. But the thing is, it's not a car that I can actually keep. It's basically something that I'm going to finish and then send on to its new home. There's already a guy who's, like, committed to it, which is fantastic, and he seems to be really excited about it. But it's not a car for me personally, but I think it's something that you guys might like to see on the channel. It's something that's very much been put back together at the moment, which is great. So it's something very different to the metal work on the GDV, which is right here. It's starting to look really good, and it's coming along. It's going to be a really beautiful car. And I decided to do quite a bit of work on it this afternoon, because today it's Thursday afternoon. On Monday, I want to take this car to the spray shop that sprayed it, so they can do some paint correction and polishing and fit the hood and the bonnet hood and the boot lid, and kind of really finish up the bodywork part of this. And then hopefully early next week the engine will be coming back from the engineers and I can start assembling that. Gearbox is already done. Diff, we're going to put it on just a dummy diff for now, just to roll it around, because I need that special tool to tighten up the castellated nut on the diff. I don't have that at the moment. I need to get that. I'll introduce a new project to the channel that should be done pretty soon. Anyway, let's get into some work. Man, it's really, really good to see this car on its wheels. It's been like 18 months since this thing has been able to roll around on its own wheels. Even if it is on a temporary diff, and these are not the wheels that are going on it, by the way. These are just to roll it around on for now. Yeah, it's really cool to see this thing actually on its own wheels. It makes it feel like a car again and not some shell that's just been sitting around here forever. Don't want to lose these parts. Anyway, it's really, really good to see this car finally coming along. Like I said, it was looking like it was going to become a stalled project, but there's some new life in this project, which is great. I'm really excited about it. So today was a really long, stressful day of fighting with that rear suspension and those springs that I am sure are too long. There's no way they should be that difficult to fit. I think those rear springs are too long. I think the front springs might be too long as well. And probably the way to sort this out best is just to get a handling kit from like Classic Alpha. Yeah, this car is really, it's really stacking up to be something special. And I'm really sad that I'm not going to be able to, this is not going to be my car forever. It's my car until it's done and then it's going to a new home. The GDV over there, the 70 GDV, going to get back into the metalwork on that one this weekend too. This is also a car that I'm not going to be able to keep when it's done. So these two cars are both going to new homes when they're finished. And for hopefully this car, I already know is going to a fantastic home. The guy who wanted it came up and saw it. He's a super cool guy. He's, young guy who's actually going to drive it and use it, which I thought was so cool. This car is also going to go when it's done because I have a really, really exciting project that's going to need some money, and a lot of the money is going to come from that. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Come check back in the channel. Hopefully have some new stuff up soon. Cool. Cheers, guys.